you from a previous conversation, but you just touched on something that was important. So, as a business owner with succession planning, you don't have someone in your family who wants to take over. There's an employee. How do you gauge who is possibly ready for that, and how do you handle that situation?
Okay, so as far as are they ready, one of the elements you have to look at is their skill set, but the other is their desirability to grow. They have to now grow from a doer into an owner or a manager level, and you're going to have to prepare them for that. So I am thinking ahead, right? Because that's just the nature of me. My brain looks for fail points and how to mitigate those fail points. So having Tim now on my team, my succession plan changed drastically in the last 6 months. From if something were to happen to me, I just need to transition the ownership of my company to my husband, who's an accountant, who can do payroll and finish out the contracts that are active, right? To keep my subcontractors being paid. Then I hired Tim. So now that changes, because now I'm already envisioning for him to be the next person to come behind me. And so my focus on how to train him of what we're doing, be very transparent, and, is he capable of doing this? Yes, I have to make those decisions. Now, if I had hired him, like, he's a wonderful sales guy, but I don't know if he really wants to do all the finance and the legal and everything else. Then I have to go, okay, well, what would be the plan for me if I want to retire? I want to, otherwise I'm going to have to sell the business, right? There's two options, but I would start looking ahead, because that transition takes a while. It's going to take a couple of years to transition somebody. So you want to start looking out and identifying who potential opportunity, options are. So one other scenario was the dance studio that I work out of, or dance out of. They decided they wanted to retire and move. Finding somebody at the at that point in time, they knew they were going to do this a couple of years ahead, but they didn't find anybody until a few months. And so that was one of the pieces that made it challenging. They happened to find somebody in our dance family who did want to take it, but there's still growth that's happening there of going into a business ownership and taking on all the different elements of owning a business.
One of Mike, Stacie, Tim, Origami Solutions. How can people get information out about you guys out there?
Yeah,
so he's the man.
So we're on all major social media